Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk about failure. A lot of people are afraid to fail. You may be afraid to fail. And if that is the case, then I would just tell you you're a actual human being. But one thing I realized just growing up playing a whole bunch of sports is that I'm not going to win every game as good as I am. And you know what? A lot of the time I have to depend on a team. But when I depend on a team, it's not as hard. No matter how hard I work, it's not as hard. But when I was wrestling, when it was just me in that ring, those were the hardest 6 to 8 minutes of my life, right? When I was in the army and I had to run those 2 miles, those were the hardest 17 minutes of my life. A lot of people are like, 17 minutes, you're slow. But in all honesty, if I'm being completely honest with you, sometimes it does take a team to get to where you want to go easier, or with more doors to open without you having to force it open. And if you go alone, those doors will still open, but it will require a lot more force. And at the same time, whether you go in with an easier door to push through or a harder door to push through, you can still fail along the way, whether you're with a team or whether you're without a team. So one thing that I really want to harp on in this video is that you should not be afraid to fail. In fact, you should embrace failure. As long as you've known that you tried your best and you've done everything right, this is the only point in time that I can say you should not be afraid to fail. This does not mean go out to a bank and get a $50,000 loan to start a ice cream business tomorrow and say, I'm going to do all I can for 1 year to make sure that this ice cream business works. No. If you've never ran an ice cream business before for someone else, if you don't have the right location, if you don't have the right marketing strategy, if you don't even have enough money, $50,000 may not be enough money to start that type of business, then you're setting yourself up for disaster. You're also going to need knowledge. Knowledge is power. And so when you've acquired the knowledge, maybe you have a mentor, maybe you have someone in the space, someone doing what it is that you want to do. I have people reach out to me all the time for real estate advice. People reach out to me all the time for stock advice. People reach out to me all the time for a handyman or different appliances or products. Understand that I wouldn't even call myself an expert in this space, but I'm in the space. I'm doing the work. I'm doing what it is that they want to be doing. And so because I'm doing it and because I'm successful at it, they're looking towards me for the same guidance because they're trying and they're willing to move within that same direction. So when you come to me for budgeting advice, I can tell you how to budget because I do it very well. I can tell you how to save because I do it very well. I can tell you how to invest because I do it very well. I can tell you how to be rich. I can tell you how to gain wealth in America. I can tell you how to not be broke and how to avoid saying what broke people say, like I've stated in previous videos. But one thing I can't do is erase your fear. You're going to have to wake up one day and saying being broke is worse than being afraid. Staying at this job for one more second is worse than looking for a new one. Not being able to travel the world and go on vacation is worse than where I am today. Not having $1 million in my bank when I retire is worse than anything else that I can think of. And so I am not going out to eat. I am not going on a trip with friends. I am not going to buy that new car. I am not going to do whatever it is that I thought was going to be cool and new and fun and exciting. I am not going to buy video games. I am not going to be on dating apps. I am not whatever it is that people spend money on going to gamble. I am going to focus. I am going to grind. I'm going to save $1,000. I'm going to save $5,000. I'm going to save $10,000. I'm going to invest $20,000. Whatever the goal is, I'm going to get my friends on board. I'm going to get my family on board. I'm going to get me and my life on track. Because I'm afraid that I will fail at life if I continue to do what I've been doing. I'm afraid that I will fail at life if I continue to stay at the same dead-end job. There's a reason some jobs are called dead-end jobs. There's no growth. It's stagnant. There's no room for improvement. Nothing at all is available to you. But you stay because you're scared. You stay because you don't have the financial security. You stay because you're still living paycheck to paycheck. You stay because you still haven't worked on your habits. You stay because you have people to feed. You stay because you have yourself to feed. You stay because you have your friends to go out with and enjoy life with and impress. You stay because you have decided that it's okay to do all those other things and still be broke. I'm not okay with that. I am absolutely not okay with that. And so let me be real with you. I've been broke. You know when I was broke? I was broke from when I was born to about 21 years old. Even when I started making money at 21, even when I was on a salary job, I had a car payment, even though I could have paid it off in cash right away. I had a place that I was renting all by myself. I was in a new state. And you know, I wouldn't even really call it a blessing because even in New York, I didn't spend money. And there was no reason for me to go 2 hours to Manhattan to live life. It's actually worse in Ohio where I could just drive 15 minutes anywhere I want to go and have a good time. You know, it's Friday when I'm filming this video. Like tonight is a good night. We can have fun. We can do whatever. And yet I'm disciplining myself because I'm about to go on vacation and I want six-pack abs when I go on vacation. So I'm not going to be drinking alcohol all night. I'm not going to be going to fast food restaurants. And it's not because of the money at this point. It's just about physical health. Imagine that when money is not even a thought. Now it's about my physical well-being because that's what matters to me right now. What matters to me is taking pictures with my brothers and my cousins and being in top shape. What matters to me is being able to live a life worth living. And that still requires me to be disciplined. That still requires me to put in the work. That still requires me to work out and exercise. That still requires me to eat right. That still requires me to portion my food. That still requires me to not eat late night dinners. A lot of the time, a lot of this stuff is annoying. And the best way I can put it is it's annoying. But you know what? I remember when I was 22, right before I joined the Army, and out of shape. I remember when I was putting on weight. I remember when I was doing push-ups every day and I was only getting fatter and fatter. I remember when my face wasn't lining up like this. I remember when it was all out here. I'm sure you can still find some videos on YouTube from my old channels. I remember. I don't live like that no more. I don't eat late night to reward myself from a long day of work. I remember when I was at Amazon. I don't think I've told this story on my channel yet. I was at Amazon. Every single night, I would have macaroni and cheese. I would have nice Pillsbury biscuits that I would make in the oven with some nice pulled pork And then I would always get me a slice of key lime pie. Always. One slice of key lime pie. I would wake up the next morning, do 40 push-ups, eat my little cereal, pack my lunch, go to work. Come home and have that same late night dinner at like 4 a.m. and take that all to sleep. I'd wake up, I'd hit the gym maybe once a week, and I'd wonder, why am I getting bigger? Why am I so out of shape? I couldn't figure it out for the life of me. I didn't know nothing. The athlete, me, who played football, wrestling, rugby, did not know why I was so out of shape. I was confused. Like I said, knowledge is power. My metabolism didn't work like that. My metabolism didn't like the fact that I was eating sweets late at night, Pillsbury biscuits, macaroni and cheese, pulled pork at 4 a.m. in the morning, and then taking that to sleep, thinking that 40 push-ups was gonna work all that off. It wasn't. I wanna get drunk. I can't believe I'm saying that on my channel, but I wanna get drunk. I wanna go out. I wanna do things. I want to have fun and celebrate. But I understand that when my vacation comes, I'll get to enjoy that to the fullest with a six-pack, with my friends and family. And then I'll get right back to work, grinding, doing what I gotta do. But at the same time, I'm going to be healthy. I'm going to be in shape. I'm going to be walking a lot. I'm going to be running a lot. I'm going to be enjoying life to the fullest and not even thinking about it. And I think that's going to be where I really do say, like, all of this pays off. All of this does pay off for the times where you get to enjoy life like that. And it's just a fraction of what you earn. It's just a fraction of what you make. And so if you want to feel that, if you want to be able to experience life in that way, then do the right things by yourself. Stop living a life of fear. Understand that good things come to those who wait. And if you're waiting, good things will come to you. If you like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You know I post every single day at 8 a.m. daily on YouTube and on Rumble. And I can't wait to see you on the next one. Peace.